In the silent corridors of power, some secrets are never meant to be told. But today, a classified file is being opened that could change everything. This is the face of a man who rewrote the rules of the global game. A strategy so deep it was hidden in the ink of top-secret documents. Look at the White House. It stands as a silent witness to a coming storm. Behind closed doors, figures in the shadows are analyzing every move. The global chessboard is moving, and the king is making his play. Time is running out, and the gears of history are turning faster than ever. Red lines are being drawn across the maps of the world's greatest capitals. Look into these eyes. You see a vision that some fear and others follow. A massive vault is opening, revealing truths that were locked away for years. The very fabric of our political system is sparking with high-voltage tension. The headlines are screaming, the era of the outsider has officially returned. Even in the darkest storms, the flag of ambition flies high and proud. A single phone call in the dead of night can trigger a global shift. The key is turning, unlocking a future that no one predicted. From the highest vantage points, the observers see a world in transition. It's time to suit up. The battle for the global soul has just begun. Every route on this map leads to a new destination for the human race. Take a breath. The world as you know it is about to vibrate with change. Gold and steel, the foundation of an empire that defied the odds. From private runways to the world stage, the ascent was unstoppable. Success is measured in numbers, and the numbers here are astronomical. It all started in the neon-lit streets of a hungry, rising New York City. Solid gold bars, the physical manifestation of ultimate financial power. Every second counts when you're building a legacy that lasts forever. The skyline of Manhattan became his personal canvas of achievement. One signature, one pen, and $1 billion deal is set in stone. Doors that were once closed to outsiders are now swinging wide open. Success tastes like victory, but it demands constant, restless energy. Blueprints of greatness are drafted long before the first brick is laid. Every diamond reflects the hard truth. Only the strongest survive the top. Step into the spotlight. The crowd is waiting for the master of the deal. Aim for the clouds, because the ground is for those who play it safe. A handshake isn't just a greeting, it's a transfer of immense global power. Wall Street watched in shock as the businessman took on the bureaucrats. Standing alone on the board, the king knows his next move is final. Looking back at the tapes, the vision was clear from the very beginning. Moving through the city in shadows, planning the next big acquisition. Every step on this marble floor echoes with the weight of massive ambition. 1,000 flashes, 1,000,000 questions, and the media frenzy never ends. Digital disruption. One post can now bypass the entire mainstream media. Hear the roar of the crowd. This is a movement, not just a campaign. The on-air sign glows, but the real truth is happening off-camera. A fist raised in defiance against a system that tried to hold him back. Ballots and choices, the very foundation of power, is shifting beneath us. Silence in the briefing room, but the world is listening to every echo. Red and blue lights flash. The tension in the streets is reaching a peak. The old order is shattering like glass, and it can never be repaired. Speaking to the forgotten, he gave a megaphone to the silent majority. Ancient alliances are burning away, making room for a new global order. The gavel falls, and the legal battles become the theater of the century. A thick fog of uncertainty hangs over the monuments of the past. Digital hearts and likes, the new currency of political and social influence. A shadow at the podium, a leader who thrives in the middle of a storm. The symbols of the past are torn, but the message remains stronger than ever. Frustration leads to action. The time for polite conversation is over. Surveillance from above, as the world watches the drama unfold in real time. Raw emotion in the eyes of the believers who see a savior in the chaos. The lights go out on the old world, leaving us in a moment of deep silence. Two giants, two flags and a rivalry that will define the next century. Trade is a battlefield, and the oceans are filled with the weight of war. Smoke from distant factories signals the shift of economic power to the east. Gold rains down, but only on the nations that know how to play the game. Secret meetings in high-rise towers are redrawing the world's map tonight. Energy is the bloodline of power. He who controls the oil controls the future. A new digital gold is rising, challenging the very idea of a central bank. In the digital trenches, hackers and heroes fight for control of the narrative. The institutions of the past are cold, distant, and struggling to stay relevant. Borders are just lines on a map, and they are being erased by a new reality. The dollar is under pressure, and the old financial structures are cracking. Old unions are failing, as nations choose sovereignty over collective control. Out of the desert sands, new centers of global influence are emerging fast. Deep underground, the plans for a global contingency are being finalized. High above the Earth, satellites watch every movement in this global game. A red line is drawn. Once it's crossed, there is no turning back for anyone. The Earth is dry, and the struggle for resources is the next great conflict. Molten gold, the only thing that remains when the paper money burns. Security pacts are glitching out. The era of guaranteed protection is over. A black box of secrets is opened, and the light inside is blindingly clear. Artificial intelligence is waking up, and it will soon run the global economy. 2026, a world of holograms, drones, and a new kind of human experience. Even as a projection, the influence of the leader remains undeniable. We are rewriting our own DNA, merging the human spirit with the machine. A world connected by vision, but disconnected from the physical reality. The American flag on Mars, a dream of greatness that reaches the stars. Quantum computers are calculating the next 1,000 years of human history. Man and machine shaking hands, the ultimate partnership for global dominance. Our physical cities are dissolving into a world of pure digital code. From the past to the future, the transformation is now complete. Future generations will study these files to understand how the world changed. The universe is watching, and the stars are aligning for a final confrontation. Monuments of the future will be built for those who dared to be different. Peace is a fragile bird, flying over a world that is always ready for war. Walking toward the light, leaving the shadows of the old world behind. The file is closed, but the impact will be felt for decades to come. You are watching the Achievers File Global, the home of the world's secrets. Don't just watch history, be a part of it. Subscribe and join the elite. The smile of a man who knows exactly what happens in the next chapter. This is not the end. The Trump Files, to be continued.